Yes, Toddy, the chocolate malt in a can.
It's so good hot. It's so good cold.
It hits the spot with young and old.
Yes, Toddy pleases everybody.
We're going to play pin the tail on the donkey.
The Morning Stream. Good. Real good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TMS. It is the Morning Stream for September 9th, 2025. That is 9/9 we got today.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wasn't this a PlayStation release day? 9/9?
9/9/99 was the Dreamcast.
Dreamcast? That's what it was. Okay.
And then Mortal Monday was just a Monday. Let's see. There was another one with 11/11/11 was Skyrim. So
okay.
that was their big deal. PlayStation, I don't know, but yeah, I remember the Dreamcast was a big deal to get the triple nines or the quadruple nines. I guess there were 4 nines that day, and I was in line at 5 a.m. to get one, like some kind of weird dumbass. But I did whatever I had to do.
PlayStation was just the boring. Oh no, here it is, 9 September 1995.
Oh, 95. Look at them all going.
95.
Everybody wanted the nines. Do it on the nines, like weather and traffic.
Japan, December 3rd, 1994, but then North America. 9/9/95.
Nice. I think I was up at 4 a.m. for that one too, like a weirdo.
Pre-ordered it with Ridge Racer and Battle Arena Toshinden.
Oh yeah, baby. They said that fighting games would never be the same, and it turns out they were sort of the same. But anyway,
they were sort of the same. Yeah. Exactly.
But it was cool at the time. It was all right.
It was just fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Nobody can complain about that. Speaking of Ridge Racer, let me just play a little something for you here if I can find it.
All right.
Where did it go? Oh, didn't I save it? Yeah, I did. Okay, here it is. It is there.
Rave Racer.
So there was a follow-up called Rave Racer. And when you put a quarter in, this lady would go,
Rave Racer.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I feel dirty.
I know. It's kind of sexy and not at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe more not than...
More not, yeah. Leaning towards not. The needle is pointing more towards the not side of things.
Absolutely. Brian, I got a hot bit of knowledge to drop on you, a big knowledge drop.
Give me some hot knowledge. Drop it on me.
Big old drone over your head, clamps let go. Knowledge right on Brian. Boom!
I didn't order this knowledge, but I'll take it.
I didn't know this, and you may have already known this, but in the MCU is now famous for having the most money ever paid out for 3 lines of dialogue.
Oh, sure.
And when I heard about this, I kind of glommed onto, oh, that's who it is. I figured it out. So it's I am Groot from Vin Diesel, right?
Sure.
All he says in those movies is I am Groot. He never says anything else. There are a couple of grunts, I think, or something.
Doesn't he say something different at the end of the first Guardians of the Galaxy? We are Groot, he says.
Oh, we are Groot. Right. So he mixes it up a little bit. So to be generous, I'd say there's probably 4 or 5 total words he ever speaks.
Right.
In some combination.
I am Groot, we are. Those 5 words right there.
And the M5 I found was misleading because it kind of made this claim that he got $15 million to say 3 words. But that's not true. He was in a studio, and maybe it was only a day, but he was in a studio maybe later for post work or something, just saying those words in bunches of combinations, different kind of emphases,
tones, and
emphases,
moods,
emphases. How would you say that? Emphases. I bet that's it. Actually, I think that's it.
Sure, why not?
But 15 million, you could do a lot worse.
Yeah, no kidding. Did they just reuse? Like if he recorded a full day's worth of I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot, or whatever, did they just use all of that for the next 2 movies as well as the first one? And say,
I would
we're
think
covered.
so.
Yeah.
I would think so, except didn't in the second movie, because he's the teenage Groot, or,
he's got a younger voice and stuff.
So I wonder if that had any effect on all that.
Maybe,
because he was kind of teenagery about it. I am Groot and stuff like that.
Right, exactly. Right, it's like snarky back at
Either way, if all he did was I am Groot for 3 movies, and it took 3 days of production for the guy because they didn't do mocap or anything.
No. Let's say that's all it took was a day of recording for each movie, and I guess you got some for Infinity War and Endgame and the Christmas special. So let's say 6 days of recording.
Yeah, let's say it's 6 total days. Let's assume they didn't reuse any of it, which they probably did, but let's assume they didn't. Right. I think that's a pretty good living. You know,
that's a very good living. You can say what you want about Diesel, but man, that one was a perfect landing for him.
Yeah, well done, Vin Diesel.
Oh, he also did the other language recording. So, yo soy Groot.
Oh shit, really? Well, still, I think 15 million covers it. You know.
Yeah, I think so.
And he probably gets money on the back end. There's always residuals and stuff. So
for sure, yeah. And video game. I wonder if they use it for the video game stuff. I guess. They had a little bit in Love and Thunder, little. Oh, yeah.
Was that him in that Guardians game? I wonder if that's him doing the voice. I don't know. Because no one else is. They're all different voices.
Yeah.
They probably just had somebody do it.
Probably
cheaper than $15 million is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That game, by the way, for the world to hear, that is an underrated ass game, and people should play that game. It's so good.
It is. It's a lot of fun, and it's no complaints. As a matter of fact. That could be one I go back to now with the PS Portal too. As soon as
that'd be a great one on there. I'll bet.
Yeah,
I love that game. That game is underrated and is way more comic adjacent than it is movie adjacent. And at the time, it got a bunch of heat for having constant snarky dialogue. But then you have to remind people this is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Look at the source material. Yeah, exactly. And what it was probably getting residual heat because didn't the Avengers game come out shortly before that, and people were, that
after that, I think that was poop.
It was
after, but it was poop.
Okay.
Poop.
That was poop. It's like it's hit and miss, right? The Spider-Man games are fantastic. Yeah. The Guardians of the Galaxy game is great. Midnight Suns is great, but man, there've been lots of little stinkers mixed in.
Lots of little bummer games. Brian, speaking of a game, we've been playing a game for years now.
Yes.
I think. Has it been this long since you've been trying to find this lady?
No, it's not.
Okay. I can't remember when we last talked about it.
You're just not going to let me set this up, are you?
No, you go ahead. I'll give you wide, Brian, you get the full runway. No other planes are allowed.
Fun roasty is what I just gave you. Some fun roasty.
Fun roasty, yeah.
All right, so a little over a year ago, the date was May 28th, 2024. I came on this very program after having a dream, and I didn't go back and listen to the audio from the dream, but the essence from what I remember was that I went to, oddly enough, a Cost Plus with Daniel Kaluuya and a mysterious brunette woman that with a nasal voice that I kind of recognized. And I kind of like, oh my God, woke up from the dream like, all right, Daniel Kaluuya, all right, makes sense. But who is this mysterious, like, brunette, nasal voice, kind of looks like Wendy Malik. As a matter of fact, I guess let's look at some of these. There we go. There was the first thing. I guess I could have screenshotted that better and made it fit widescreen a little bit better than I did.
It's all good. I'll read it for those who can't see it. Brunette act. This is what Brian says, and this is back on 5/30/24, so about a year ago. Brunette actress, longer, darker brown hair, slightly nasal voice, a Wendy Malik vibe, similar age, facial features, but with darker, more striking eyes. The character is remembering her for is a clueless booking agent or someone in an industry where she takes people's requests and in her case fills them badly. Not a known name, character, actress. And so this was your initial stab in the Discord to let's find this lady.
Exactly. Yes. And people created a spreadsheet and they gave me 58 versions of Kate Walsh, saying, maybe it's Kate Walsh. How about Kate Walsh? Is it Kate Walsh? Mm-hmm. And then I did this follow-up. Yep, that post right there.
Yep, and she's the one from, in fact, I think that's a Seinfeld capture screen, isn't it? Or it could be one of those sitcoms. It might be, or Just Shoot Me. It was either Just Shoot Me or Seinfeld. But yeah, and basically I said, all right, here's a close photo. Obviously, this is Wendy Malik, but the version, the actress I'm thinking of looks a lot like Wendy Malik in this photo, but with darker staring eyes and straighter hair. Right.
Last night, or yesterday afternoon, I'm watching the new season. I think it's the final season of Upload, the Amazon Prime show about you uploading yourself into the cloud when you die and that sort of thing. And Scott, she appeared, and I was able to trace her back to where I saw her initially as this clueless agent, and she was on 11 episodes of the show episodes.
Oh, you even sent video. You want me to play this so we can go and see
Play
her?
the video. This is her, and this is a good example of who she is and good close-ups of her, too.
All right, here you go.
Well, obviously,
Turn it up.
it's incredibly flattering, and if it were just me, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Well, maybe we can get Bev on board.
Oh, my gosh. I know who that is.
Wendy Malik.
Never hurts to ask.
Like a
That's not
sister.
always
or something.
true. I'll
Nasal,
talk to
long
her
straight
tonight.
hair.
The sooner, the better.
No, I know, but I think if I broach it in
She
the
looks
middle
like
of
her
the Hell is
sister
Cuts Day,
to me.
she's
Could be,
less likely
yeah.
to
Yeah.
re-enlist.
God, they're still making you shoot those? Is no one looking out for you guys? Who's representing you here?
Oh, my gosh. That's dead on for the comparison.
Is it? Like, now I know I'm not crazy. And sorry, Jeannie, I think you might have been the one who said, Brian, I think it's an amalgamation of several different women, or you've just imagined her and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say I did not lose my mind a year ago.
Nope.
And
They say mysteries are never solved, but I say today we proved everybody wrong. We solved
yes,
it.
exactly. So carbonated meat, your time is up. You're on deck.
Yeah, and everybody who keeps sending me the same fizzy beef photo. That is not it.
That same recipe on how to make fizzy beef.
I
Yes,
get it all the
exactly.
time.
Yes.
Drives me crazy.
But
all right.
anyway, she hasn't done. There's not a lot that she's done that we know her for. I'm sorry, I never said the name. The woman's name is Andrea Rosen, and
okay.
She's known for episodes The 10. Stella Squirrel. She's on 21 episodes of Upload, which is probably where I have seen her most recently. Well, obviously it's where I saw her most recently, but even those previous seasons I saw more recently than when she was on episodes. But she's a director as well, and she was in that Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh, the 10 years later thing, yeah.
The 10 years later thing, Get Shorty, the TV series.
I forgot they tried to make a Get Shorty series.
You know, me too.
That's a bummer. It didn't work out. I loved, that's another Justified author. What's his name? Can't think of his name.
Leonard.
Elmore Leonard. Yeah, it's another one of his joints. So I was super jazzed when I first heard it, and then I forgot all about it.
Well, watch Bad Monkey for that vibe.
Oh, I like Bad Monkey.
Yeah.
Or I want to watch Bad Monkey, I shouldn't say.
Yeah,
like
watch Bad Monkey.
Generally, I like bad monkeys. So, except Mickey Dolenz, I don't like him.
Is that the collaboration between? Oh my God, I'm going to blank on both showrunners. But when you combine the showrunners of Bad Robot and Stupid Monkey, Seth Green and
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams, you get Bad Monkey.
You get Bad Monkey. Yeah.
Bad
or
Monkey.
if you're in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and they open up the skull of a chimp, that's Bad Monkey.
That's Bad Monkey too.
Yeah,
And then
Monkey
Sala
brains.
goes, oh, Bad Monkey.
Oh, Bad Monkey. Indy. All right, well, we did it. Well done, everybody. One quick note before we jump to news.
Yes.
I'm very sad about this. This hit me kind of hard.
Oh, I know. Yeah, this is a bummer.
We have a lot of fun at his expense. Have in the past. We've had our little issues with the game, with the podcast awards and all this stuff. Todd Cochran passed away.
Yeah.
Out of kind of nowhere, literally died
out of nowhere.
traveling. He just died suddenly, they say in his obituary. I was really taken aback by this. It really threw me this morning. So the best to his family and everybody close to him. And he had, regardless of the fun we used to have with him, he was one of the most passionate early podcasting voices that ever existed.
Absolutely was. And he started that, we obviously we had fun with the podcast awards, both winning the podcast awards and also poking fun at the podcast awards, but he started all of that himself, did it all, solo initially because of his love for podcasting. And, he's a voice in the industry that we're definitely going to miss.
Yeah. I really hated this news. And I shared it with Brian as soon as I saw it. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this just felt like out of nowhere. But anyway, best to his family. He had some kids and grandkids and, I think they all lived in Hawaii for the last 15 years or
he
something.
did. Just 61 years old. I mean, it's older than us, but it's still relatively young.
Yeah. And he was just traveling back from the West Coast, seeing some family to see to get back home into Hawaii, and I think he passed maybe even on the flight. But anyway, just awful.
So, and one of the, we're in the Podcast Academy, you and I, Hall of Fame, and he was one of the first people inducted, rightly so. Because
I think you may have been the very first, right?
The first batch, the first year.
Yeah,
I think.
It looks like he may have been even the first that was handed to him. I'm not sure.
Oh,
about that.
really? Okay.
But yeah, no doubt. Like what a impact. So hats off. We had our fun with you, but it was all good fun.
I don't know if we want to step up and offer to take over the podcast awards because it sounds like it's a labor of love.
Yeah, and I don't feel like it's a labor of love this year.
I don't feel like we're going to love it. Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. All right, everybody, time for some news. Sit back, relax, and let it wash over you. Brian, the news today is brought to us by somebody.
Brought to you by Daily Music Headlines. Find out today about the new records set by K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, it feels like this soundtrack is setting records every single day, and it kind of is.
Yeah.
it's a juggernaut of crazy proportions. The Eagles, find out about them extending their Las Vegas residency. They're never gonna stop. By the way.
No.
Find out what 9 Inch Nails is doing with the Tron rides. What? And Taika Waititi working on a brand new musical about the Fire Festival.
Oh!
Yeah, so get ready for that. We'll all find out what rhymes with cheese sandwich and styrofoam.
So wait, it's a musical? Really? Like
it's going to be a musical. Yeah.
That's great.
I know. It's going to be, I mean,
I'm excited all of a sudden.
Regardless of how it is, it's going to be better than the Fire Festival.
Guaranteed. Go watch one of the documentaries if you haven't. They're all great and they're all hilarious and they're all devastating how bad that thing went. Yeah, just insane. Exactly. I promise everybody here, Nerdtacular won't be that next year. Okay. We'll do better than cheese sandwiches.
Right. We'll definitely do better than cheese sandwiches and styrofoam and water. You have to do what to get?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's get to it. Wild pigs in the news.
Okay.
This is very weird. This story. Wild
pigs.
It does sound like some ridiculous punk band.
Rock band. Yeah.
Something you'd have to put on Beavis's shirt because Metallica won't let you have their rights for a movie or something. Anyway, wild pigs turned neon blue in California and triggered a bunch of warnings. So these are actual pigs.
Okay.
And their guts are neon blue. It's the flesh inside the pig. This triggered a bunch of advisory statements and potential contamination. Dan Burton says, I'm not talking about a Little Blue, owner of Wildlife Control Company, or a company that does that, told Salvador Hernandez of the Los Angeles Times, quote, I'm talking about neon blue, blueberry blue. I think those are maybe two different blues, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Blueberry is a little bit darker than neon blue. Neon blue is, your Labatt's sign in a liquor store.
I would call this image here. You can see it here. They're looking at the inside of this pig. I'd call that blueberry. That looks blueberry.
Yeah, I'd call that blueberry. I would also call that gross red hand.
Yeah. That looks like that dude's got a middle finger and that's it. I know he's got more than that, but
yeah. But that is, I would go more blueberry blue than neon blue.
Yeah. I don't know if that's I hope that's a live pig and that doesn't hurt,
I'm guessing that's a dead pig.
Probably.
I don't think you hold a pig open like that.
Yeah.
A wild pig open like that. I don't know.
Maybe. I remember putting my hand in a cow that had a hole in it, and that was weird. You ever done that?
No, I've never put my hand inside any sort of livestock, actually.
So sometimes I don't know the terms for this. We're going to have some of our farmer folk call in. Farmer folk.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it basically, because cows have issues with like gas buildup and sometimes I guess they have more than one stomach, right? They have to do special things to deal with that. And one of them is
one of the biggest creations of methane is livestock is,
Oh, that's right. For years, there was all that worry about they were killing the ozone layer or whatever. Or maybe that was hairspray. I don't remember what we did. But anyway, I saw one of these once and I got to put my hand in it. But basically, they cut a hole into the side of the cow and I could reach into this hole.
Oh, geez. And like express its stomach farts or, like basically squeeze out the gas kind of thing.
I think that was it. But
I remember seeing, like it was during the Pink Slime documentary about McDonald's fast food that I saw them putting a hole in the side of a cow for something like that. There was like some reason that they were.
I found
they had a hole in the cow.
I found an image. Does this look like what you saw? Because this is what it reminds me of. They had a little cap on it, and you would take it off.
Oh wow! Look at that. It's like you could, like a little Borden milk, like you could pour milk out of that opening if you tip the cow sideways.
Yeah, and this is essentially what they let me do when I was there.
I bet you made a face just like this kid too.
Oh, I think it was way more. It was probably grimaceier. It was like more of a frown than a smile. But it grossed. It legit grossed me out. And by the way, the cow didn't seem to mind at all. He was just chilling. He didn't care.
Wow.
They're either too stupid to say or it doesn't hurt. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Tina had a port when she was going through chemo. She had a port.
Yeah. You reach in there sometimes and
never reached in there. No, it was a little too. It wasn't big enough for me to put any part of me in. It was a little tiny port. But
I guess if you're a cow, you may end up with a port. So
feels like it's a what's the word? Like a potential. Viral infection zone, right?
Yeah,
like I know the kid has a plastic bag on his arm when he's sticking his arm in there.
Yeah.
But just an open hole in the side that just has a little knobby turn to close. It feels like there's the inside of a creature.
Yeah, I don't. I assume the porthole or the cover's probably partly there to do just that, right? To protect against stuff.
Keep flies out and stuff.
But I still don't. I still don't see how it's like sanitary at all. Regardless, it just seems gross. Everything about it.
Exactly.
This is the hole. If I was a cow, this is the hole I'd want right here. Just right through me.
Perfect. Just right through it. Yes.
Big cartoon hole. That's what I want.
Exactly. Like the Tasmanian devil just ran through a cow or something.
Well, speaking of places that take some of that old beef and turned it into something.
Sure.
Taco Bell is rethinking their AI drive-thru after a man ordered 18,000 waters. Damn.
Oh, that's great because water's free and he just said, all right, let's have some fun with this.
Yeah. And the AI said, sure, here you go. And the waters this isn't bottles of water, mind you. This is cups put under a thing.
Fountain drink. Yeah.
Lid, straw, potentially, all that. 18,000 of them. So here's what happened. They're rethinking their use of artificial intelligence to power drive-through restaurants in the U.S. after a comical video of the tech making mistakes was viewed millions of times. In one clip, a customer seemingly crashed the system by ordering 18,000 water cups, while another person got increasingly angry as the AI repeatedly asked him to add more drinks to his order. So some of this is the system's not ready.
Not people, right? Exactly. It's people finding exploits because the AI hasn't been fully bulletproofed yet.
Yeah, they started this, I guess, in 2023, and they're in 500 locations. I don't think I live near one. I've never had these happen.
The Wendy's near me, 2 blocks away from me, has AI ordering, and the first day I saw it, I pulled up and I said, "Oh," because I was grabbing breakfast for Tina. I said, "All right, let me get a bacon and egg biscuit," because their biscuits were $1 for breakfast. It was like, "Oh, let's try it for $1."
Right.
Bacon and egg croissant, please, or biscuit. And I'm sorry, we're out of those. Could I recommend a bacon and egg biscuit instead? And I wish I had something to record it with because the look on my face, it was a very bum, bum, bum.
You're doing
kind
that
of moment.
Like this.
Exactly, yes.
That's great. The Taco Bell technology head, this guy named Dane Matthews, says, sometimes it lets us down, but sometimes it really surprises me. He said the firm is learning a lot, but now are thinking more carefully about where they're going to go with this in the future. In particular, he said there are times when humans are better placed to take orders, especially when restaurants get very busy. So that makes sense to me. Things are slow. Let the robot take your simple order.
Totally.
No big deal. But when they're crazy, this is interesting because I think the idea is from the corporate level, the reason they want to do this is multifaceted. One is you pay less if you have less employees. I don't want to get into that today because Claire will surely do that in the chat room for us. But but the beef or the thing that I would see with this is if you were going to implement something like this, your whole goal would be how do we maximize productivity during those times that are slammed?
Right. Yeah. Is it better to have the drive-through employee working the line and assembling burritos rather than having them sit in the little booth with the register and taking orders.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously that's not working out the way they wanted. Also, 2023 was kind of early for this implementation.
It was, yeah. I remember, 2023, I don't remember any AI being used like this, but we had the recording, and we still do, I think, at our local Taco Bell that does the, "Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. Can I take your order?" And then it's like, "Yeah, let me get a taco salad and a Diet Pepsi." "Okay, pull up to the first window."
Hang on a second. It's like, well, hold on. There was a nice lady here before.
Exactly, yes.
Who are you? Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious about this because I do think it's here to stay in that business. They're just going to have to figure out how to implement it. So,
yeah. God, what do you do if you're a programmer? Because there are going to be legitimate times that they're going to a football game, a kids football soccer game or something. They're like, let's just get 100 tacos. And they're going to say, let me have 100 tacos.
Yeah.
How do you pick out the times when it's a legitimate order versus somebody who's ordering 18,000 waters? I mean, they're 18,000 tacos, red flag.
Right. I mean, I guess if you order all those waters on a normal day, a person at a drive up and a person is taking your order, the person taking the order would go, even if they're new and a little bit inexperienced, they'd go, "Oh, hold on a second," and they'll go talk to a manager. I mean, there's that trigger, right?
Maybe the AI says, if you get any orders that are larger than this sort of thing or request something that isn't usually done, say, "Let me hold on while I grab a human being," or "Let me get a manager," or something like that. And then bring the manager to like override and say, "Yeah, they genuinely want 100 tacos."
Yeah. Or they genuinely, they're trying to trick us and do 18,000 waters.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Kibosh this guy, flatten his tires while he's in line because he's punking us with his 18,000 waters.
It's like I always said on DTNS, the thing with this AI stuff is that there will always be a test bed of people who want to break it. And so no matter what you do, no matter how well you implement it, somebody somewhere is going to find a way to break it. It's actually good for the technology. Again, take aside all the ethical questions.
Yeah, it's like white hat hackers.
Yeah, it's like you have to learn. This thing's got to learn to do better. How's it going to do it? People trying to break it. So
right.
Well, all right then.
Play testing is basically what they're doing.
Yeah, they're play test. There you go.
They're play testing.
I like that. Here's an interesting one. We're going to Germany for this one.
Okay. All right.
A doorbell prankster that has been tormenting residents of a German apartment complex for a long time. Like people are like, "What the hell's going on? We got to stop these kids. Jawohl, nein, schnell," like all that. Turned out was a slug.
Just passing over, just crawling his way over the button.
Yeah, just a slug. The slug had been sliding up and down the bell plate, creating havoc in the building because it's one of those buildings where you ring it. It's like multiple.
Oh, it's like one of those where you buzz from the entrance.
Yeah, you got to buzz in or you.
Gotcha.
I assume this doesn't get that into it, but I think it's like a bunch of numbers.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, bell plate is, I think, one of those where it's like the New York apartments where it's like, all right, B13.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, it's me. I got your DoorDash. All right. Bzz, open the door, go in, kind of thing.
It says the people were waking up at midnight. They couldn't sleep. They were pissed. They call police, all this stuff. My favorite part of the story, though, is the German word for bell prank. And that's Klingelstreich.
Klingelstreich.
What happened last night? Oh, we had another Klingelstreich.
Do you think, was this thing inside the buzz box and was like just going down the line of
real slow, and then so there'd be nights where it didn't touch anything, and then nights where it would touch multiples, right?
Oh my God, I love it. I really love this.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite stories. Anyway, they figured it out.
Oh, there's another German word in here that I'm surprised you weren't as equally excited about. German for naked snail, which is Nachtschnecke.
Nachtschnecke. What's that in the fridge? That's a Nachtschnecke. That's amazing.
Fantastic.
I love German. Man,
I do too.
If it wasn't for those 2 world wars, you guys are the best.
Yeah, you guys would be our favorites if it weren't for that.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that. Now you're pretty good. Yeah, I like Volkswagens.
Sorry, Bombats.
Yeah, sorry, Bombats. Volkswagens are cool. His insistence on people numbering their podcasts is a little bit on point for the Germans. It's a little too.
Does he?
He loves it. He loves it. He doesn't like it if you don't put a number. TMS has that, but like FilmSack has always been a little bit weird. And
we've stopped. Yeah, and we've stopped because there's a lot of confusion because we do the extra bonus shows and round tables.
Sometimes the numbers are just wrong. Often I screw it up. So it's just like, why do we even care? Like, it just shouldn't matter anyway. I know how many we have because I can go do a file check and go, oh, we have 800 whatever episodes. But the Germans, they like things orderly. Really, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, no, we're not doing a break. It's like old days. We're not taking a break at all. There's no break. There's just this. There's me pushing a button. Hold on. Here we go. There's me doing this.
Here's a tangent for you. Be careful. May cause drowsiness.
That's right. We are bringing to the foray here, Mr. Dan, who is always here. Dan, the Trachtenberg man. What the hell's wrong with me?
What?
Dan, the tabletop man. I've been thinking about. I'm trying to get Trachtenberg to do an interview with me because we used to talk all the time, and now he's a big highfalutin director man, and he's making
good luck with that
Predator movies. So I've got these emails, and it's on my mind.
Let's at least try and get him to come to Nerdtacular.
Oh, I am absolutely. He is on this list with a big question mark next to it. We'll see if we can make it happen. Anyway, Dan, the tabletop man is here. Yeah. That's right, Geek Jock himself.
Programs.
Hey, man.
I hope I have a big exclamation point next to my name.
Always.
Of course you do.
Of course you do. You have more than that. You're on this whole other list of like producer types, people we want to have there.
I love it.
Yeah. So don't worry. You're a special snowflake in our storm of.
I love it. Yeah. So I hopefully she's calmed down now. We just got a new puppy and we're trying to crate train her. So I had to put her up in a crate for a little while. Maybe she could take a nap, but she's been howling, and she's a chocolate and yellow mix lab. And
a swirl?
7 weeks old. Yeah, she's a swirl. But we've had her for a week now, and we still don't have a name for her. It's just because our other dog is Winnie, and she's a golden retriever. So we're trying not to have any names with like the IE or Y.
Yeah, because they'll be confusing. Might I recommend Andrea Rosen? Call her Andrea Rosen.
Yep. There's a couple of great reasons behind that. Number one, it would be hilarious at parties.
This is my dog, Andrea Rosen.
Yeah. Would you like to meet my dog, Andrea Rosen? Please refer to her by her full name. Well, anyway, hey Dan, it's good to have you here, man. And also happy puppy getting. I always love when a new puppy enters the life.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I have a few names for you. It's just to get your opinion on these names.
Okay, do it.
Oh, cool.
So I've been wanting something like Mocha or even Nala. I kind of like that name for a female dog. My wife she just keeps going back to like Dolly. I'm like, yeah, but that's the IE. We can't have like a Dolly, So maybe she also likes Puddin for
I like Puddin.
Puddin is great. Yeah,
like
Puddin. Yeah. Very Harley.
Exactly. So we thought about Harley too, which was not really, she's not quite a badass. Chocolate Labs are not really badass where you want to think of like with Harley, but Puddin is actually a pretty cute one.
That would be cute.
But it's so hard, man. It's so hard to figure out good names because that's so permanent.
Yeah.
We were really excited about Salem, Massachusetts, our cat, until we realized how many freaking black cat Salems there are out there. It is, I think, the most common name for a black cat, and it's like, well, all right.
Yeah, but you added the Massachusetts. We added
the Massachusetts. We even, if I looked up the zip code, we even added that too, but I don't know it off the top of my head.
Well, that's awesome. Well, good luck, and it's a girl, right?
Yeah, it's a little girl.
Now this is why that matters, because if you get a boy dog, they drag their wieners on everything. And that is the truth. I've sat on neighbors' couches where the dogs never pee in the house or anything, but their back of the couch stinks, and you're like, what the hell's going on with your couch? Well, the dog drags his little red wiener on it all the time. So get girl dogs is what I'm saying. They're the best. Anyway.
I had that problem for the longest time, but eventually once I got married, I kind of broke myself of that little thing because I stopped dragging my wiener
Stop
around
doing
everywhere.
it. That's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Chance was really good about breaking me up.
It's usually the second or third year of marriage that we stop doing that. So
it takes a little time.
Takes a little time.
Yeah, but by the time you're established, you get new furniture anyway.
Well, she just kept spraying water on me every time I did it, so that just kind of eventually helped.
Yeah, I get it, and I'm glad you've come so far. Dan, you're here to give us some recommendations in the board game world, which is always exciting. What do you got for us this week?
So I got 2 IP games, and which is rare because usually IP games aren't that great, but I do have 2 from 2 of the best trilogies out there. That you have. So can you figure out which
best
one?
trilogy?
Well, I've already looked, and neither of these.
True.
I mean, neither of these are still trilogies.
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah.
How about I'll just go with the easy low hanging fruit because I haven't looked. Lord of the Rings.
That is one of them. So
okay.
We'll start off with that one, and then I'll let you guess the second one. So the first one is Lord of the Rings: Fate of the Fellowship. This is a new kind of hotness right around Gen Con. Now, this is basically Lord of the Rings Pandemic. So you're basically trying to get the ring to Mount Doom, and you're controlling different characters, obviously, as you're going. And it has that same familiar feel. So both of these are kind of, I want to call them like Scott Bryan games because they're both kind of, where they do have a little complexity. This one being co-op, you can have somebody kind of running the game. So, Scott, you don't even really need to listen to rules or read rules. You can just have Brian run the game, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, I can do my usual. Let's just play, and Brian will say, "Okay, cool. Here are the rules as we go."
Here are the rules, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah,
you can be glossy, you glass-eyed, yawning while we're explaining the rules. It doesn't matter. We can just tell you, all right, pick a card and go, and use your couple of cards and use your different characters. But it also comes with a really cool kind of its own little dice tower that it comes with, which is really cool. Kind of the way it's put together. It's basically like the Eye of Sauron and the tower that you're using as a kind of a little dice tower. So a lot of fun. This one,
that's cool.
It has a very familiar feel. Man, boy, does it look great on the table.
Yeah, I like the
that dice tower. That thing is so cool.
Yeah,
it's like one of those like single sheet press board. Flat pack, just a flat pack dice tower that assembles into an Eye of Sauron dice tower. And I like how the dice come out.
There it is.
No, I'm sure. And the dice tower, like the dice come out like in a little stack or like a row, so you can.
Yeah, well, and you're not really rolling that many generally. It is hard because a lot of times the dice, they just kind of fly wherever the hell they want. A lot of times anyway. But being that it's a little bit lighter of one, no, you're not like a full wood one. I have like a really nice wood dice tower that it just throws them out, and depending on if you're using the bottom to it or not, they may just go flying. Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Look at that though. That layout
really
there,
cool.
That's super nice, man.
That is.
That map pretty intense. I can tell you that.
It is. And it's another one where I like to say this a lot, where once you speak the language of the game, it just makes everything just kind of come in focus. So like a lot of times when you have symbols and a lot of terminology and stuff, when you don't know what's going on, it's just so overwhelming. But once you kind of get the terms and realize what's going on and what the different areas are and what you're trying to do, it's like, oh, yeah, piece of cake.
Yeah.
There's still some complexity and depth to it, but it's not as overwhelming as it may look on there as well.
So you said IP games sometimes are tricky, and it reminds me of that being true in video games. Sometimes when you base something on IP, especially a popular IP, the games often just can't live up to it. Once in a while, they exceed your expectations, and that's great. But the percentage of those that do that, maybe it's better than ever, but the percentage of those that do that are rare. Is that the same in the tabletop world where these are real hit and miss?
I think you're right too, because nowadays I think they're handled with a little bit more reverence. Back in the day, people just wanted to get a license and just slapped it on any old game, and they were usually crap. And that was the same with board games. And don't get me wrong, you still have some crap IP board games, but nowadays people are really doing a good job with their IPs. That also depends on the company and whether it's kind of a big sprawling games. There's a few companies that put, some of the CMON games that have the Cool Mini or Not, those CMON games that have a lot of minis and a lot of cards and a lot of things, they're just kind of okay. They're just bloat a lot of times, but depending on the company, like this one is really good. But then again, you know what you're getting because it's pandemic. So I
will strongly defend though, after playing, we did Marvel Board Game Day again at the end of last month, and we did Marvel United Galactus versus the Fantastic Four, and you're playing against all of Galactus's heralds, so Silver Surfer, Nova, Terrax, etc., and Galactus himself. And it felt so different from any other Marvel United game that we had played. So they're still injecting, with these extra little expansions and things, they really are expanding some extra life into the game.
That's awesome.
We played
and
just
those
to get
are
you caught
so,
up. Yeah,
those
go
are. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. I was going to say they've done a really good job with those Marvel games. You know, those are ones, and there's actually the DC United as well. Like they've done such a good job with those that's like I said, they're putting some reverence into some of those where, you know, when they're trying to get things, you know, like Steamforge has got another Elden Ring game out on a GameFound with an expansion of it. And those games, you kind of like flip a coin. You know, if you like to bloat, you like a lot of those things. Some of those will be good, but CMON seems to put a lot more. You know, a lot more development behind some of those, you know, the bigger IPs.
They do, yeah.
I love the art in this thing. Really into it. This is cool.
Yeah, and it's a little bit different of a take on that art too, which is what I kind of like.
It's not just it's not lifting from the film. It's more bookish. Some of these designs, and I'm all for that. I don't need Peter Jackson's vision in everything they spin out from it.
Right.
Sometimes that's a little much, and it's like, no, keep it in the movies. Give me more of the book perspective or whatever. That is called Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship. Now, let me see if I can guess on this second one here. It's another trilogy, you say.
Yep.
But not strictly one. Maybe expanded past it, but known as a trilogy. I'll say... I actually can't think of anything good, so I'm going to say Back to the Future, the game, the board game.
We're going to go. This is actually, since it's just so many movies now that I always think of this, you know, as old guys, we think of it as trilogies.
Sure.
You know, this is a Star Wars game. So obviously there's 9 movies, so it's not really a trilogy, but it's a Star Wars game. I'm sorry, Scott. I kind of shot, you know, I kind of overshot it with the trilogy part. You know, but whenever you see those memes of like the best trilogies of all time, you always have these are in, you know, those are in there as far as how they're listed. Anyway, this is another interesting one because this is kind of a one-on-one. They listed it 2 to 4 players. This is really a 2-player game, but it's more of a war game, but it does not feel like a war game, even though this is Star Wars Battle of Hoth, another one that was a big Hoth-ness at Gen Con. And it's just it takes the Memoir 44 system. Wow, can you hear the poor pup? Can you hear it?
Yeah, just barely, but it's cute.
Sorry.
It's cute. I like it.
I definitely hear the chocolate more than the yellow. Yeah.
So Memoir 44 was a game that Days of Wonder put out about 20 years ago. And it took wargaming and made it so much more approachable because it's card-based. Like it's still dudes on a map and, you know, you still have that war game feel. But the way you do your actions is not just like, all right, well, I have a certain amount of movements here where I'm just going to move over here and now it's your turn. No, this takes card-based movement where you can only do what you have in your hand, and you have a certain amount of, you know, your deck has a certain amount of orders and where you can, you know, certain parts of the map that you can activate people. Now that's what you're looking at here in Star Wars Battle of Hoth, where it's basically a one-on-one battle, you know, a war game for obviously the Battle of Hoth, but depending on what cards you have, that's what units you can battle, and depending on how close you are and which units it is, that's kind of be like what hits and what doesn't hit it, or the extent. And then there's also leader cards you can throw in there. It just distills wargaming down to kind of what, you know, I love gaming. I don't know if I can sit there for I can for 4 to 6 hours, but 4 to 6 hours of a war game or even in a whole weekend of a war game just gets to be a lot. This, you can play this in like 30 minutes.
Oh, I like 30-minute games.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of different scenarios that are in there that in the box, which go from kind of like your easier ones, introductory, to really kind of complex scenarios with a lot more rules, which you're kind of building up to that. So this definitely has a much lighter weight. And again, when this is the let's just play game where you can just kind of shuffle up the cards, put 2 armies out on a board, and then you just be like, Brian could tell you, hey, look at these cards. This is what they mean. This is what on the card. Now go.
I love.
30 minutes and play again.
I'm a massive fan. It almost makes me want to buy it just for these AT-ATs. These are awesome
I
figures.
know the little. It's really cool.
But I love how they're what's the word I'm looking for? The size of the soldiers as compared to the AT-ATs. Man, they sure got some super soldiers now out there.
They'd ride it like a horse, basically, is what they would do with those.
Proportion. That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
Yeah, this looks awesome. And you say you can have a skirmish in 30 minutes. Man, why wouldn't you want to play this? This is great.
Oh, it is so easy to play. And again, if you like things like this, or even if you don't like the Star Wars, theme, Memoir 44, and there's been other games that have come out that have kind of used this system, but putting this on Star Wars is just genius by Days of Wonder and Asmodee, because it's just kind of going to bring in all those fans. And it's not cheap. I think this one was probably about $100 or $125 at Gen Con, but I mean, you got a lot of game in there, and I think you can get, you can probably get it for a lot cheaper than that, depending on where you go, where you go to find your games. But yeah, this is a really excellent one especially for the time investment.
Is it, before we go, is this the kind of thing, we always say you can get them at Gen Con. They sell this stuff at Gen Con? I always thought it was just presentation and...
Yeah, I thought it was too.
No. So you got a vendor hall at Gen Con that's freaking enormous.
That makes sense. I don't know. I didn't think about that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you've got gaming space. You've got, RPG space in different hotels. And then you've got a big old vendor hall where you're demoing games. And then you could use, a lot of times you'll buy them. Or maybe there are some games that haven't released yet that you can just demo and then maybe go right to their Kickstarter or be alerted later. But it's all about buying games. There are just wall to wall. You can just spend way too much money every year in my to try and buy list. My buy list is always like $600-$700, for the top 11 to buy. It's just amazing how much stuff. And then the what we call the running of the bulls. You probably see some of these videos where like 10 o'clock on Thursday, all the people that are out in the hall, and then they open the doors, and it is just insane. We call it the running of the bulls. People are just running for the booth where you can just sell out. I was going to say,
does it look like Black Friday Walmart when they...
Absolutely. And it's gotten a lot better because they are hardcore now. They're like, if I see anybody pushing, we'll just revoke your badge. So, I mean, there is a little bit, but it's not quite as what it was in the Wild West of 10 years ago. Sure. One year, I can't find the video, but one year I actually... having a press pass, the first however many press people can get in there an hour early, and you can kind of get a little bit of interviews and see some demos. And then I would always park myself like a certain amount away from the entrance and just take a video of people coming in. And it is insane watching people come in there.
I imagine.
It's just nuts.
The sea of humans.
Wow. Yeah.
They're more people than chits in that place.
And it's better that time too, because they generally don't smell yet because it's the first day of the con. So it's not like a wave. You do that on like Sunday. There's just a wave of BO coming your way.
Oh, yeah. By Sunday, they're like, okay, can everyone, even surrounding states, like people next to Indiana are going, what is that? What does that smell? It's really bad. Well, anyway, these are fantastic choices. The Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship, and Star Wars Battle of Hoth. And Brian will have these at quicktms.li as well.
I will indeed.
So
Yep.
you guys can get linked right off to it and grab them. As if we don't have enough cool stuff to buy in this world, we got more right here today.
No kidding.
Yep. And a lot of times you get them cheaper now. When you go to Gen Con, the prices are a little higher just because it's kind of like paying that premium because they're shipping them there already. You're paying a little bit of a premium to get them first before anybody else, and then later you can usually get them a little bit cheaper. Whether it be at your FLGS,
right.
You're from the local game store, or a lot of times from the website themselves, where you want to, you always want to support you want to support local, but you want to support the companies as well. So do one of those ways. I mean, I know we always want to go to the retailers, like, the good retailers out there, but I know a lot of great publishers that, these days, the margins are so small. You just want to support them in any way.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So support indie business stuff regardless of where you find it. All right, everybody. Dan, the tabletop man. Dude, have a fantastic time. We'll see you next time for another one of these. And in the meantime, I hope that puppy stops peeing on things it shouldn't and finds a name. All right.
Thanks, boys.
See you, man.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Good stuff with Dan, as always.
I love it. And he, more than any of our other guests, he's the one who's responsible for me spending the most money.
Yeah, I was going to
say. I'll buy a book here and there from Amy's recommendations and things like that. But and I'll buy stuff that I hear Bill talk about. But my gosh, it's like, oh, yeah, check out this new game. Great. Just bought it. Yep. Thanks, Dan.
Yep. Dan's the guy. That's what you get. All right, guys, time for some quick news, or some emails, rather. Oh, that's the sound of emails. Let's see what we got in here. We got on country music. This is from Lawnmower. Is that their name?
No, that's his final two words from his email. He doesn't say what his
I copied this and didn't notice where the name is. I guess there's no name. Yeah. Anyway, it says, hey, Scoot and Boot. The other day, Brian was talking about older country music, the good kind. He says, I'm not a fan of whatever is supposed to be country music today either. Then he says, and mentioned Tammy Wynette and George Jones. Yeah. We lived around the corner from their house on the south side of Lakeland, Florida. It's a huge freaking mansion, as one would expect. There are stories from the locals that George would regularly get picked up by the local sheriff's office while drunk on his quote-unquote lawnmower or ... lawnmower. Love the show. So that's the third of the first season of that
the Mike Judge thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, whatever that YouTube series is called.
Life on the Tour Bus? Or
Life on the Bus?
Tales from the Tour Bus. That's it.
That's it.
From Mike Judge.
Cool.
And it is, he's not wrong about those stories. It's insane what George Jones was up to. And the things that happened there were fires started by people nobody knows. Some people think Tammy Wynette started some of the fires. A funny little side note, she went on to play Hank Hill's mother in King of the Hill in its first run. So anytime Hank's mom would be on screen, it was
that's cool.
Tammy Wynette.
Tammy Wynette.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Great episode, though. George Jones, a weird looking mother effer. That guy was had a weird face.
Yeah.
They called
a weird
him
face and perfect for country music because he lived all those things that he wrote songs about.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't realize they talked a bunch about how Elvis Costello just worshipped him and just loved him.
Yeah. He's done a few covers. I think Good Year for the Roses, is George Jones. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. It's really, really good episode of that if you guys haven't seen it yet. Captain Ed about window seats on planes. Captain Ed says, you recently were talking on the show about how airlines were billing non-windowed seats as windowed. The worst flight I ever took happened back in the 1990s. I was flying home from a business trip. Since I tend to get airsick on flights, I got a window seat. Oh, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
I didn't preview this one, so I don't know where it goes. Unfortunately, this window seat was A, in the last row of the plane. That's the worst. All the way back in the tail. And B, was right next to the engine, and there was no window. I hate that seat. Hate it.
Yeah. Also, he forgot to mention closest to the toilet, so you get that smell every time somebody opens the door.
Yeah. So you get the engine going right behind your head. It's hot there because of that. No reclining.
Recline.
Exactly. And like Brian said, the shitter's right there. He says on top of that, the plane flew through a storm. So the tail of the plane went up and down the whole time on my way home. He says, I'm very proud to say I did not break my streak, but it was a very close thing. My girlfriend at the time said I was very, very green when I got off that plane.
So when I was doing the newspaper sales software, all those trips in the 90s and early 2000s, and I was doing those, having to fly out and do this, visit this state and then visit this newspaper and this, all that. When I'd finish the newspaper early, because I'd always booked the return flight for fairly late in the day back to Denver. But sometimes and often I would finish at the newspaper a few hours early. And so I would race to the airport and then say, hey, can you put me on standby for the next flight to Denver? And they said, let me look. Let's see. We're Denver. This is DIA, right? Yep.
Giving me PTSD with this. I hate this process so much.
And they said, we can get you on this flight, but you're going to be, and this was when I was doing nothing but United, you're going to be in the very last row in a window, in a middle seat. Are you all right with that? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And you could just, my friend Cliff had a joke about this where basically what they were doing is middle seat, right? Closest to the toilet. No reclining seat. Is that what you're looking for?
The only smoking section left in the entire FAA.
Exactly. So far back that you may not get a drink from the drink cart.
Yeah.
Okay, you're all set up.
All they'll have left is margarita mix and warm soda.
Exactly. Yes.
What a nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. But I'm glad that Captain Ed made it through there.
No kidding. I'm impressed. Yeah, that seems like the absolute worst situation, and the fact that you came out of it clean on the other side is damn impressive.
I feel like I'd break my streak that day on that plane.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. If you
chicken or fish?
Neither. If you're looking for ways to contact us like these fine folks did, you can find all those ways at our website, frogpants.com/TMS. There are a myriad of methods. It is up to you to find them and then use them. Go to frogpants.com/TMS for all of it. So there was a change. We didn't do the Monday show yesterday, kind of last minute. I didn't know this, but while we were doing the show, Carter was kind of bedridden. She was sick yesterday. I didn't know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, caught something at the zoo or with, I don't know where. She went to a fundraiser.
Did she touch the livestock? Does she have Q fever?
I know, right? That's what I said. I said, are you worried it's not like some kind of, like the red panda,
Right.
I don't know.
Turning red disease?
Yeah, you got something weird going on. Anyway, so we pushed to today, but I'm going to go ahead and say I'm not so sure because she looked like trash this morning. I'm not sure it's going to happen. So just keep an eye on the schedule. If it changes, it changes. If not, right now it's set for today at 1. If it changes, I'll let people know.
Cool.
But just so you know, that's what happened there.
And I'm going to assume, and it's totally fine, that we're not doing an Apple live stream watch along.
Oh, shit. We were going to do that.
We were talking about it.
Do you still want to
do it? I'm good for doing it. I'm totally up for doing it.
What time is that hit? 11?
It's going to start in an hour, yeah. So
I'm coming. We're coming back for a live thing, guys. We're doing it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Glad you reminded me. I completely forgot. That was
my
today.
pleasure. Absolutely.
So watch for that today, 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. We will co-stream that, talk about it, talk over it. You know, all the fun stuff.
Laugh every time they say aluminium.
Yeah, aluminium and product. Yeah. Do they still? Someone there still says aluminium now that what's his name?
Yeah,
left,
I don't
right?
think it's Johnny Ive anymore, but somebody still has to say it.
Yeah.
And will we get? Is it Phil running around doing crazy parkour? No, not Phil.
Phil Schiller is not him. It's Keith.
Yeah.
Keith. Is it Keith?
I don't think it's Keith.
And so much more. That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yes.
I have it right here. Where is it? And so much more. Where is it? Thought I had it here.
Federighi.
And so much more.
Ken, not Keith.
Ken Federighi, yes.
And so much more.
Yeah, we're going to see him doing parkour.
It's going to be some goofy, like, right. What did he do last time? It was like running like the Flash through the campus or something.
Yeah, I hated it. It was annoying.
It's always these dumb, like, interstitial bits. You know, we laugh at them because they're so bad.
Yeah, and then you know what? Keep doing it. I'm not saying stop. I'm not even saying
Craig,
stop. Craig, not Ken. Craig.
Thank you, Anycast.
He's probably the heir apparent when what's his name retires. So we'll probably have to get more used to seeing him jump on things. I know. I can tell you that there's 2 things I know about Craig Federighi. He wears his pants too high.
Yeah.
And he needs a haircut, and that's it. That's all I would say. He's in shape. He's a good-looking dude. Otherwise, very charismatic. He understands the product. Just a little off the sides.
Yeah.
And those pants, just park the pants down about 4 inches from where they are.
Exactly. Yes.
All right.
Can't wear them up to the nipples. Apparently, by the way, TRPW apparently has a well actually coming about aluminium.
Oh, so excellent! I can't wait for that. That'll be on Friday. Watch for it, guys. A little bit of news about Thursday. I'm not sure Wendy will be here because she may not be on a plane. She's coming here for all this stuff going on with my mom and John and everything. She's going to be here for a few days, so we don't know yet. If she's not here, we'll do another call now. We really enjoyed that last time, so we'll do that again.
Okay.
But if she's here, she's here. I'll let you guys know. I just don't know yet. There's a lot going on in my extended life right now. It's a little insane.
Of course there is. Yeah, absolutely.
It's probably why I have this dumb headache that won't leave. All right, let's get out of here. Brian, let's do a song. You got a song to play?
Yeah, let's go with some Americana, some just straight up rock and roll. This guy's a guy named Dave Howes. He's all set to perform across North America with the Bouncing Souls in select markets. He's also going to be UK, EU headline and festival performances announced for the fall. So he's all over the place. But for right now, this is part of a solo project. Dave Howes leaves an unwanted relationship in the rearview mirror on his brand new single, You're Out of My Hair. Here's Dave Howes.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
It's possible we're frightening them.